Hello, everybody, and welcome to this astrology video where I'm going to be sharing with you everything about the new moon in Virgo that we are supposed to know in order to benefit from the very best energy. So I think this is a very, first of all, magical new moon in Virgo. As a Virgo myself, it's falling on my ascendant and Mercury, so I'm super excited about this new moon. And also, you should be excited for it too, because I'm going to be sharing with you like all the ways that you can really use this really potent new moon in Virgo. And this year, we're having not one, but two new moons in Virgos. So this is very unusual, and it reemphasizes the importance of, let's say, creating new habits and new beginnings in what Virgo rules, which is work, which is health, which is daily habits. So we got a lot of emphasis on health themes. I don't know if you guys have experienced, let's say, maybe minor issues regarding health or just signs that your bodies are sending you in order to make you more conscious of or aware of something that's going on in your overall balance within your body, mind, and soul. Well, I have personally. I know a lot of you were aware that I have been overcoming like a lot of coughing in the past weeks and months, and then I decided to go to do a juice cleanse for 4 days in order to get rid of all the stagnant energies. And I'm now recovering from an eye infection. So, and also this is a theme that I've seen around me as well, like not necessarily big things, but like minor, let's say, messages that the body is sending you in order to modify some habits. So this new moon is part of this theme. Of course, it's in the sign of Virgo. And then the next one in a month that we're going to have also in the sign of Virgo is going to be an eclipse. So that makes everything that is happening around now so much more important, because it seems like the universe wants us to pay extra attention to whatever Virgo rules in your chart. So do look at where 0 degrees falls in your birth chart, 0 degree of Virgo in your birth chart, so you have a better idea of what's being activated for you. And this new moon is falling directly on the fixed star Regulus, which is a very important star in astrology and astronomy, and especially astrology, because this is where we put meaning to all those observations. And Regulus is one of the 4 royal stars, and Regulus is at the heart of the lion. So it's a very dignified star, talking about shining your light, talking about leadership, courage, also good luck, wealth. So it rules a lot of really beautiful things, and I'm going to show you how you can really, let's say, apply everything that I'm saying in order to manifest the very best for you. Regarding Virgo, and Virgo likes to be organized, likes to have a plan. So this is a really good time to make a plan about what you'd like to manifest for the eclipses. Sorry, losing my voice. So I have made a slide, but before I dive in, I wanted to share a few things with you. So, okay, so this particular new moon in Virgo is at 0 degrees of Virgo. So meaning that it's happening on August 23rd, and the day prior to that, on the 22nd, we have the sun entering the sign of Virgo for the next month of the next astrological season. So it's right at the beginning of entering Virgo season. So it really emphasizes this idea of a reset, a brand new start. And it is a new moon, and we're going to have 2 new moons plus an eclipse in Virgo. So the 0 degree is a sign of like infinite potential of creating something, of manifesting something. With Virgo, which is the sign of the purification, detox, all those things, it really talks to me about like a reset of some kind happening for us, each individually in different ways. So we're already with this new moon introducing the themes that we're going to have, let's say, manifesting in our lives come eclipse season. So the next lunation after this new moon, 2 weeks later, we're going to have the first eclipse of the pair, which is going to be in the opposing sign of Pisces. And then 2 weeks later after that, we're going to have the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. So the 2 eclipses will be in Pisces and Virgo. So you understand that with this new moon, we're already very much, let's say, activating this axis of Virgo and Pisces, which is the axis of health, which is the axis of service, the life mission, all those things. So you might see a lot of important topics that are coming up at the time of this new moon that are going to evolve and, let's say, gain even more momentum throughout the eclipse season after that. So I've thought briefly about, like, if you have some health topics, health issues coming up around you at the time of this new moon, it's time now to really, let's say, put special awareness and mindfulness into what are you doing on a daily basis? What are your healthy habits? And maybe to modify them if something comes up. So it's probably a sign from the universe and your body that it's time for you, maybe you've outgrown something, a routine, a natural product you're taking, a medication, anything. It could be anything. And maybe you've outgrown a certain experience, or something you're doing maybe is not good. Also, with the next eclipse that we're going to have in Pisces, it's talking a lot about releasing addictions. And we know that addictions is not only, let's say, drugs and alcohol, it could be so many things. And to a certain degree, we're all addicted to some kind of thing. For some, it's coffee, others, tea, caffeine, tea in general. It could be social media, it could be TV watching, binge watching TV. It could be codependent relationships, and can be sex, it can be shopping, it can be so many, many things. So this is also a preview of the next eclipse that we're going to have, and these are all linked. Well, this new moon in Virgo, the next eclipse in Pisces, and the other eclipse in Virgo, yes, are all linked together. So you might see some topics coming up for you to review, modify, and change. And because Virgo and Pisces are all mutable signs, it means that there are signs that, let's say, give the best results if you are willing to be flexible, change things, if you are willing to, let's say, change some things in your life in order to become a better version of yourself. So it's basically what Virgo and Pisces are all about. And the next eclipse in Virgo, this is going to be a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, is going to oppose Saturn. So this is going to be some kind of divine karmic retribution, rewards of the work that you've been doing prior. So I highly suggest that you put in the work in whatever sphere of your life your soul, your body, your higher self are kind of flashing in front of you. You need to pay attention to this. You need to modify this. Because when this next eclipse in Virgo comes opposite Saturn, it can give, let's say, even more challenges, or also it can give, let's say, rewards, divine, let's say, rewards, karmic retributions for whatever work you've put in. Because both Virgo and Saturn, I'd say, like, they're part of the same kind of family of energies. They both like discipline, they both like hard work, and they will reward you if you are willing to, let's say, put the effort in order to become the very best version of yourself. So around the new moon in Virgo that we're going to have now on the 23rd, and exactly it's at 2:06 a.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be very, very active from Friday. Friday night is going to be the exact culmination of that in the sky. And we're not going to see anything because it's a new moon. Some people ask me sometimes, I don't see anything. It's normal. And so it's going to be between Friday and Saturday during the night that it's going to be at its peak. What was I going to say? Yes. So because Virgo rules schedule and plans and making to-do lists and wanting to, like, control our environment as best as we can, this new moon is making a square to Uranus. So a lot of disruptions can happen. And myself, I've already had, like, some kind of that preview of energy in my life this week, where I'm trying to make plans and, like, schedule everything that's on my to-do list. And I'm having a hard time because a lot of, like, surprises are coming left and right, and I have to adapt. And be more flexible and maybe change my plans, change my schedule. So this is what is probably going to happen because it's squaring Uranus, the planet of surprise, unexpected events, unexpected energy in general. And also because it's in a sign of Virgo, Virgo likes to keep itself busy with work, with chores, with tasks. You can have like surprise tasks that are coming your way. So you have to make space for what is really important in terms of priority for now. So with this new moon in Virgo, it's not going to be about relaxing. It's not going to be about chilling and enjoying life. Unfortunately, it's going to be about taking care of business, organizing ourselves, purifying our body, our space, our homes, our schedules even. And I always say that it's good whenever eclipse season is just around the corner like it is right now, to not book yourself like too tight, because usually eclipses also bring surprises as well as this new moon. So eclipses are portals of energies where, let's say, the divine and the universe get into play and change a little bit of your plans because they have like some very important events that they want to put in your timeline. So you have to be adaptable and flexible already with the eclipses. Okay, so right before I enter the slide, I just wanted to, oh, I forgot to share this. Give me a second. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like Mercury retrograde never actually ended. For me, it's like, it's been change of plans after change of plans after some kind of Mercury retrograde, but I think it's part of this, the energy of this new moon and the eclipses that we're gonna have. So I wanted to share with you that I launched this really cool workshop on Monday, and I'd like to invite you to really get to know a lot more about your own birth chart and the nodal axis in your birth chart, which I think is probably one of the most important things you can research about your own birth chart in order to understand what are you here to do in this lifetime, and connected to also your life mission. Because we know that the eclipses and the Virgo Pisces axis are very well connected with our life mission, being in service to the universe through our work, through our daily, let's say, practices, daily actions, which is Virgo as well. And we're going to have eclipses in that axis until next year. So now, just before the eclipses in Virgo and Pisces, I think this is a perfect time to really be aware of what's going to be activated for you. But also, I think this is going to be a workshop that is going to give you so much important knowledge about your South Node. Where are you coming from? What kind of past life baggage do you bring into this lifetime? What have you experienced before? What have you mastered? What are you bringing here in this incarnation? In your little satchel, like in the full card in the tarot, if you know what I mean. And then the North Node is going to point to something you've never experienced in past lifetime, and your soul decided to really experience it this time around in this lifetime. So it's very, very connected to your life mission. And sometimes if you feel like blockages, let's say you cannot have the home you wanted, you can have a house, you cannot have the relationship you want, you cannot have like the ideal job, the money that you want, like oftentimes it's being connected to that axis. And when we work on connecting even more with our North Node, we also get the reward of the South Node, which is probably something that you've had before in past lifetimes. So join me here. I think this is going to be so valuable for all of you. I had a lot of demands to create this workshop. And I think if you only read the South Node and the North Node position in your birth chart, which you don't know, you don't need to have a lot of knowledge about astrology, barely any, to understand this workshop. I think you can really get like the most important piece out of the reading. So join me here. We have a special launch discount code, which is Astro10. So it will give you 10% off this amazing workshop that I'm putting together until August 31st. So let's continue here with a slide that I made. So yes, let's see. Okay, so Virgo new moon, 0 degree. I call this a new beginning that allows us to shine even more. And stay tuned because I'm going to show you the oracle card that I just pulled after that. So unexpected changes regarding work and health. So yes, Virgo is connected to what you do on an everyday basis. How are you being in service to the world? So it's connected to work, to daily work, to our routines, to our healthy routines, to what do we do in order to be in service, to the chores, our to-do list, what do we need to do on a daily basis. So there's going to be likely changes because we have Uranus squaring this new moon. And the ruler of Virgo is Mercury, and Mercury was retrograde into the sign of Leo until recently. So now that this Mercury retrograde period is over and we are also finishing the post-shadow phase of Mercury, so Mercury is now like coming out of the underworld and giving us a lot of insights about what it is that we need to shine a light on in our lives regarding Mercury, regarding how we think about something, regarding our perception, regarding our communication. So it served the purpose of bringing to our awareness what makes our soul happy, because Leo is all about love, it's all about joy, it's all about children, fun, connecting to our inner child, and what is necessary for our emotional fulfillment. So this is connected also to this new moon. And now we have the chance to create something, to reset something with this new moon regarding the insights that we got from Mercury being retrograde. So for instance, I started to dance again during this retrograde in Leo. Leo rules any kind of sports, hobbies, activities, any kind of artistic expression, performances. So I connected with dance again, and I realized that I need that in my life in a more regular way. So this new moon for me is going to be a very important, let's say, portal in order to reintegrate that into, let's say, more of my regular day-to-day, not necessarily day-to-day, but let's say weekly schedule. And also, like, I've noticed that a lot of romantic relationships were at a make or break point during that Mercury retrograde, and it's normal because it wasn't a sign of Leo, which rules romantic relationships. So now this, there's going to be, of course, decisions, not necessarily just at the time of this Virgo new moon, but I would say for the eclipses as well, and especially if the eclipses um, fall in your first or seventh house or fifth house, which are the relationship houses. So if you are a Virgo sun, if you're a Virgo rising, a Pisces sun, a Pisces rising, so that will be in your relationship axis for the eclipses. So lots of important decisions to make around what is aligned with you, what is aligned with your life mission, with your path. And a lot of you watching this video are light workers, starseed, like you have an important mission here to shine your light. So this Virgo new moon is a very, very important portal of energy for you, because you need to really prioritize the work that you're doing, your ability to shine your light. And some of, let's say, our relationships or our habits are inhibiting, am I saying that right? No, it sounds, I'm sure you guys will understand what I mean. It's not, it's preventing us from shining your light, basically. This new knowledge brings up necessary changes in our day-to-day life, which is what this new moon in Virgo is all about. So for many of us, there will be a new start at work, which is Virgo, a new work project that could come our way, especially a surprise project that will likely pay off in the future, because let's remember that it falls on the star Regulus. It's all about serving your mission on a day-to-day basis. And you know, Pisces is about the spirituality, it's about the, let's say, the big plan of what we're doing in this incarnation on a very abstract level, but Virgo brings it to the 3D, to our day-to-day life. So how can you be in service and make it count and make it well, let's say, efficient on a day-to-day basis, that you're step by step moving in the direction of your life mission of what you're here to do, of how you're supposed to shine, which is also Regulus. Uh, and this is what we've pulled with Sophie. We pulled card recently, and we were seeing like something big happening in the fall. So after the eclipses or in the middle of the eclipses, that the frequency was rising so much. So I think this new moon is like a preface, an introduction to that energy of the frequency that is rising. And to that, we need to let go of the past grief, a lot of like past emotions that are stuck in the body, which is Virgo as well. So there will be a new opportunity for a lot of us presenting itself to shine big, to be more out there, Regulus, the heart of the line, and to be more connected with your heart chakra. And a lot of us will have the opportunity, well, all of us will have the opportunity to start something that has the opportunity to be a dream come true. And last thing, I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the oracle card. I had so many things to say. I just wanted to make sure that I was not missing a thing. So you're going to see that it is so cool because it's so connected to the messages that my guide have this hair that is screwing up my Virgo energy right now. My guides have been highlighting this theme over and over again in the past week. So I think this is so cool and synchronistic. So the card that I pulled for you to, for me to share with you is around the new moon in Virgo is this card, and it's from the Magic of the Unicorn Oracle deck. And the card is Mahatma Energy. And it says, build your light body, accelerate your ascension. And this is exactly what I've been picking up for my guys recently, is that the frequency is rising so much, and especially after the eclipses in the fall season, well, at least in the northern hemisphere, we're going to be fall. For our friends down under, you're going to be in the springtime. But this is going to be such like a pivotal time for the rising of the frequency collectively worldwide, that we need to prepare our physical bodies. We need to prepare our physical vessels for that very important rise in frequency. And we need to hold more light. We need to be able to hold more energy. And that process also comes with, when you're, let's say, absorbing so much more light, like all of the stagnant energy or all of the darker, denser stuff that is withheld in your body is leaving in a very sometimes dramatic way. So oftentimes when we have, let's say, a cold, a flu, something like that, or a fever, it's the process that is happening inside of us. Like we're purging because we're getting ready to absorb more light. So here it says, when you choose this card, your unicorn is inviting you to call the Mahatma energy in through your 12 chakras to activate them to their highest potential. Ask it to flow through your energy systems to break and clear old patterns that no longer serve your growth, and to keep the glands that govern your health and spiritual well-being strong and active. Also, send it to others to help their health and their ascension. And it says, when the Mahatma energy flows through you, it forms a pool of energy. No, it forms a pool of high frequency light in the earth below your feet. Your unicorn is asking you to offer it to Lady Gaia to help the planet to ascension. How beautiful is that? Like, I'm so excited for what's to come. So it's basically like, get ready for the big changes that we're just about to experience, all of us, and try to start to make space in your day-to-day life, in your routine right away, in your body, for what's about to happen. And also, I think the eclipse season will be so potent. So this new moon is clearly a big preparation for what we're going to be activating very soon. So thank you so much for being here with me. Do make sure you like this video if you did enjoy the content here. And I'll see you very, very soon. And I'm sending you so much love. Bye, everyone.